I recently got asked, how do I change my negative thoughts that come into my brain into positive ones? And I think it's an amazing question. And so your mind impacts your life. It impacts the results you get. I know when I had poor thinking, I got poor results. So if you want to get good results, you have to change how you think. And so the first thing you can do, if you get a negative thought into your head, you simply have to notice. It might sound super stupid or super simple, but it really works. And it's not supposed to be difficult, but it can be difficult because of all the stuff going on and all the crap in our lives and the work that we didn't do on ourselves. When we don't do the inner work, we don't notice what's going on. Or when we use alcohol or drugs or other things and we just shove it down and shove our feelings down and shove that down and down and down and down, we're not going to notice. And so you have to build this awareness as the first step, to notice and to be aware. If you get a negative thought, you need to recognize it. And so I want you to first think of that. The next time you get a negative thought or you get in this mood, I want you to be an observer and notice it. You can even step back and remove yourself from the situation. And so you kind of you can't actually step out of your body, but what I will do is I lately be an observer. So, oh my gosh, I'm getting this negative thought. Okay, I noticed. Then I'm kind of going to step back from it and kind of act like I'm on the outside, even though it's going on in my own brain. Your brain is not you. And so step back and kind of observe. Okay, I'm thinking of these thoughts. Okay. And recognize it, acknowledge it. Now, you don't need to give it attention. I know Dr. Amen talks about the ants, the automatic negative thoughts that come into your brain. You don't need to give them attention. Sometimes we need to address it if it keeps coming up, and we can work on it and move through it. But the best thing is just to notice, be an outside observer, and continue on. There are other things like exercise that helps you to change your neurochemistry and to change your brain and to help you feel calmer, more focused, and distract you potentially as well. I know that when I exercise, and so many people can attest to this, everything is easier to manage and your brain feels better. It feels calmer. It feels more focused. It feels happier. You're getting the neurotransmitters, the dopamine, the serotonin, the endorphins. It is scientifically proven to help you feel calm and focused and relaxed and more energetic. So that is a tool that you can use. But simply noticing, being an observer, and then just not giving it so much attention. Instead of saying, oh my gosh, this feeling, I'm having this feeling and this is so annoying. And then you go tell someone else, they're like, how are you? And you're like, oh, well, this is happening. And then someone says, how are you? And you're like, oh, this, and you just pour it out and pour it out and pour it out. You're going to get more of that. What you put out into the universe and into the world, you're going to get back. So if you're putting out negativity or those negative thoughts, or you're giving them attention, you're letting it win. It's just like if there's a negative person or a negative situation or someone who's acting poorly, or even in a class and this one student, you just give them all this attention. Look at everybody else who's doing the right thing. You're repelling all the good because you're giving all the attention to the one person or the one thing that isn't complying or that isn't having a good energy or being a good person, right? And so you really want to be mindful of what you are giving energy and attention to. And oftentimes it'll go away. And I know for some people, we have negative thoughts and they can persist and they persist. I say that my brain is one of my greatest strengths in how I think about things, but it also can be my Achilles heel because I can overthink. My mind can get in the way, but you can get in control of your mind. You can be a master of your mind. You can use it to help you instead of hurt you. And so I really want you to try some of those things. There's even more strategies that I can teach you. I'm going to be doing more videos on how to increase your intelligence, how to have a growth mindset, how to think like a successful person, how to challenge your thoughts, how to actually think rich, how to think in a way that supports you instead of hurts you. But this is a great place to start. And so you just want to simply notice. And then you can replace. Let's go ahead and add that in too. I think that would be good. To replace the thoughts, to do something different, to do something positive, to spend time with positive people, to switch your thought to something positive or something you do want to focus on, right? Because where focus goes, energy flows. So instead of giving that attention, go look at pictures of your kids. Go decide, hey, no, I'm working on my YouTube channel. I'll go work on my videos, or whatever it is. Or if it says, I am stupid. Instead, you got that thought, say, no, I'm smart. Challenge it with the truth and ask yourself, is this really true? Right? You always want to challenge it. Like, we get stupid thoughts and oftentimes there's no basis, there's no evidence. So challenge your thoughts too, challenge them, and then switch them with the opposite and what really is the truth. Okay. And if you don't really believe it, then you need to start acting like that person. And if your thoughts are saying you're so lazy, you're so undisciplined, and you really have been kind of lazy or undisciplined, then maybe it actually is trying to help you and say, hey, you should be more disciplined, or you should stop being so lazy. And so those are just a few things to marinate on. I hope it's helpful for you. If you want to learn more about emotional intelligence, how to be happier, I have this video on how to be happy, this video on how to increase your emotional intelligence, and feel free to follow for more. You got this.